everybody. In this video I will talk about creating class in Python. In Python, class is created using keyword class. Then we will provide the name of the class. Here class is the keyword, this is the keyword, and this is the name of the class. Let's suppose class has two attributes, name and age. So we have to initialize those properties of the class, name and age. For that we will be declaring a method init. Then this method will have self as the first argument. Then we will supply the value to the properties of this class. init is a method which every class will contain, and that method is automatically executed when instance of that class is created. And self is the first parameter we have to supply to every method we define within the class. And self will reference the current instance of the class, and self is also used to access the variables of the class. Now let's see how to assign values to the properties of this person class. Self.name, let's suppose name be the attribute, name be the one of the attribute of person. We are assigning na to the name. Then self.age be the second attribute. We are assigning age to the age. So here we are having two attributes for person class, name and age, and we are assigning this na to name and age to age. And self is the first parameter. Always remember that we have to supply self as the first parameter to every method we define within the class, and self will be referencing current instance of the class. Okay, now we have already assigned the values to the properties of class. Now let's define another method which will display the values of these properties. Okay, now let's suppose display be the name of the another method. Now we will use the print then name comma self dot name comma age comma self dot age. Simple. Okay, so we have a person class. It contains two methods, init and self. Init is called automatically as instance of the class is created, and display we have to call using the object. Now let's see how to create object. P is equal to person. Now we have to supply the name. First let's suppose John. Okay, then the age of John be 23. Now let's display the values of attributes. P dot display. Okay, now let's run this. Now we can see John and age, name and age is displayed. Similarly we can create another object, P1 person. Here name of the class is person. Now we will supply name. Here let's suppose Richard be the name. Then age of Richard be again 24. Now we will display the attributes of Richard calling display method. Okay, now let's run this. Okay, we can see the first is John, second is the Richard. So in this way we can create any number of objects of that class person. Creating class is a good way to organize the data. If we have to store numerous persons data, then it is very correct to define class in this way. A class can have any number of attributes. Here we can add one more attribute. Let's suppose address is also there. Add. Then what we can do is self dot suppose address be add. We're assigning this third attribute variable, actually fourth, to the address of the person class. Okay, this is the third attribute. Now we can display here address also. Okay, then self is required to access the properties of the class, so self dot address. Now we have to supply address also. Suppose Baneshwar, then let's suppose this is Nakshal. Okay, now displays here. Now let's re-execute. Let's remove this one. Now we can, what is the problem? Okay, that is a mistake. I have to do this comma. Now let's remove this. Now let's execute this. Now we can see John 23, Baneshwar, Richard 24, Nakshal. So in this way we can add any number of attributes within the class also. Okay, this is a very simple code. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much.